Good time zones, everybody, and welcome to those who are either stuck waiting for their cards to process, those who've managed to avoid the lure of song, or those who have me on in the background while they're actually attempting to figure out, is that downloading or is Steam crashing? Welcome in. I hope that everyone is doing well today. It is Thursday, it is Silk Song Day, it is not a day where I'm going to be in the nether. I know I said I was going to be in the nether. I got hit by the frying pan of inspiration today, and so I'd like to play around with a few things by way of a design for the tower, for the mooring tower. However, I should get round to actually saying hi and welcome in to those who are here. So, let's quickly work through, try and catch up with chat first. Although, actually, before it scrolls off, I'll hydrate. But first, food. I'll hydrate. And a stretch to go with it. Oh, yep, that was the shoulder. Little bit of pop. Welcome in. Thank you for that, Feg. Right, let's see. We've got a Frauke who's playing with ear models. We've got a Landstrad who's on fire. We've got a Raven, welcome in. We've got a Feg, good to see you. Blast Jordan, nice to see you. Hunter, welcome in, good to see you. How's the silks on there? Yeah. Steam, please allow me to pay you for the game. Yeah. Wonder if the payment processors are being silly as well. Let's see, working down the list, scrolly scroll. Seribot, welcome in. True Purple, good to see you. Let's see, Blast, welcome in. I might have said that twice, who knows. I'm terrible, my memory exists purely in a yeah. Taran took us up to 100 scampering squirrels, so the scurry has reset back to 1 and the number of donations has incremented. That's noted on Discord for those who track it. Let's see, working down. Ritsu, welcome in. Good to see you. Hunter on a 155 stream streak. That number's getting up there. TGM, welcome in. These numbers get ridiculously high. They scare me sometimes. Kay, welcome in. Scrolling a bit faster. I can scroll. Scroll. Tor, welcome in. Frying pan of inspiration. No, Scots, that's a concussion. How can you tell the difference? Teehee. Oh, and then Hunter said exactly that. Blast Jordan then hit a 350 stream streak. See what I mean about silly numbers? Sin Lily, welcome in. Superfast Feg did the hydrate and stretch. Can still access your existing library, so you can still date your furniture. If that's what you're into. Jerry May, welcome in. Sin Lily on a 3-stream streak, covering our eyes. Scroll, keep going. Trying to catch up with chat. Prediction, this message will be read in 37 minutes. 3. At least one of those digits was correct. The inspiration was strong today. You had your own share earlier. It's good to hear. Scroll. Yay! Just 5 days short of a year of not wearing clothes. Hey, a little off is what happens around here. Right, let's get rid of the darkness that's just fallen. Because apparently that's not going to help. There's a bed. Look, there are days it feels like getting to the bottom of stream chat to catch up is actually nigh on impossible. Today was just not quite one of them. Off by 34, just rolls off the tongue. Right. I'm going to leap into the void. Or the... Whoa, hold on. Nope. I thought I dealt with you. I mean, I can't really do much about the Enderman, but I could have sworn I dealt with the fact that this area was not lit up properly. Let's give the Enderman a bath. Ha ha. Now I've got an upset Enderman somewhere. Right. What I do want to do is... Actually, I'll just... That didn't work. Fine. There we are. Right. Off by 34 sounds like a Rule 34 joke. You know, there are days that a lot of things are a Rule 34 joke. And I know it's pitch black at the moment. That happens to be because I'm in a puddle of water. Just as well I brought 2 stacks of gravel with me. Glam Pixie, welcome in. Right, I'm going to take that off. And then throw myself back into the water. Sploosh. That's a lot of gravel falling through the sky. It's falling from the sky. It's falling like the gravel does. Yeah, whatever. Right, let's, You. No. Oh, look at that. Now that's a view. Whee! Splat. Oh, I think that upset Enderman is staring at me over the hill. That's that's not a view you want. And a joke for sure isn't going to have. A builder declared that their city should be all concrete. A few weeks later, they went bankrupt because they were dirt poor. Oh. No. That was terrible. That was terrible. That one was awful. Yeah, throwing an anvil at a plushie doesn't really feel like it would do much. It'll just go squeak and bounce off. No. Where's my gravel stores? There they are. Let's put these back, and hey, I actually have spare gravel after all that. Always useful. I only got 3 layers built. Sorry, I missed some of that. 3 layers of what? Customers will return with a notice not intact. Posted your August recap in the Discord. Oh, cool. Right. Spruce fence gates can... No. Go into the spruce chest. Haunted house on idiotic. Hey, 3 layers is better than none. Right. I keep forgetting we're into September now. Right. That hasn't had any yellow wool attached to it yet. We will deal with that later. Right. Probably busy reviving yourself because Fag and Scots try to kill you with every joke you tell. That's because every joke deserves punishment. So, actually, before I head straight into the build, let me turn off that for a second. And... Nope, wrong one. So, I posted some pictures into Discord, and this is sort of what some of the areas that I'm taking inspiration from. And I don't just mean the smoochum that is in chat for those who might need a Pokemon. Misses our weeklies. There we are. Right. So this is from the art book for Firmament. All of this is some gorgeous artwork, which I do enjoy. So what I'm looking at for some of the areas is, I think this is one of the sections that I'm taking for inspiration. So this central tower and these drawbridges that fall forwards. There are some very specific images for it. No, that's not it. Nope. So many pieces of art in here that I've lost track of the one that I wanted to actually... Not quite, but close. You know, it would have been easier if I'd just gone straight to Discord, but hey, this allows you to see some of the other artwork in this. Was it earlier? Nope. Either way, the other bit that I'm looking at is probably going to end up being a tower over the top of... Whoops, hold on. Actually pushing buttons and stuffs today. Have a good stream, Dragon. Come back from grabbing your breakfast, only to find one of the cats has lost theirs in... Oh no. Oh dear. Poor kitty. Looks like Taryn is going to be busy. So I'd like to have two towers. Because I'm also thinking of using some of these inspirations for the spine arch tower. Because I like these. But I think what I'm going to use is possibly some of this section up near the top. I like the arch. And what may happen is I actually start with the arch. And the spine comes all the way up. But we use this... I was thinking of using a single arch tower. The arch is going to be where we have moorings for individual ghasts, which might be really quite fun. So we'll have the individual ghasts on the arch, and we will have... I really wish I could find the specific image that I was looking for. And there it is. The tower, the mooring tower for the actual... for the airship, I'm thinking of having the drawbridges actually up high, and usefully they actually have an artwork that has that concept. These ones. Now, I don't like the building below it, but I actually quite liked this building and this building, and more to the point, some of these ones over here. So I plan on using all of these as inspiration for the mooring tower, but having the fins that they have as drawbridges as the actual drawbridges for the tower. So I think that's going to be quite fun. Right, now I can get rid of that and close that up. Do this and this and get rid of Firefox. Bring back the cam account. Yes, that's what I was thinking, Fake. 1 drawbridge down, 2 up. As usual, I'm planning on coming up with all sorts of images and ideas. Actually, dress. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Stretching and then getting a cramp because of it is just evil. And typically, because I spent so much time wittering on about the inspiration images, we've lost the whole day in Minecraft, and I should get back and have a quick nap. Come on, Puffy. The block palette is probably going to be a mix. I'm thinking probably stone for the lower tower segments. And I'd like to use copper for the actual drawbridges. And I haven't decided what I want for the central pillar for the tower. For the spire, I have no clue. For the arch spire, I don't really... And of course, we've barely moved away. Did I actually... No, I did actually keep the... Goodbye, Skelly. Of course, you're going to survive because you're going to land in water, but that's not my problem. At the moment. Yeah, for the arch, I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm thinking there's going to be the base of the arch on the main island, and we'll have it actually arch over the top of the airship, or over the top of the central tower, of the mooring tower. So let's see. How long is a good length for the docking bridge? How about a central energy source for the pillar? So a beacon surrounded by copper grates and trapdoors. That's a nice thought. Does mean I'm going to have a really, really long drawbridge due to the minor inconvenience of making huge airship. Might have gotten this wrong. Go sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, why am I counting? I feel like counting's not going to help me. I think the tower's IRL connected to the tip of the nose of the ship anyway. Yeah. Which is going to make this really, really... Actually... What we could have... presumably I started with a stack. You have a point there. You'd think I'd have thought that. At which point, that's 16. So what I could do is have the bridges about that length. And actually have 3 pieces... have a central spire. Hold on. Let's work out. Just connect the ship to the tower with mooring lines on a single zip line for passengers to get there and back. I think that might be a little bit dangerous for the passengers. Ship-to-shore mooring lines that are zip lines are not safe. Right. So if we have the docking line here. So that could be our docking connection. I'm thinking we can have, say, the spire of the tower come up to about there. Let's make this one wider. Now, I was going to do something stupid, which was consider a triangle, but a triangle would be a horrible build. For a great many reasons. So, of course, I want to try something equally horrible. Usually the contact point for the mooring is the front of the balloon, allows free rotation to the wind, disembarking platforms were mobile. That, we can work with that. If we make the drawbridges on a sort of... ooh, that would work nicely. We could have the drawbridges on effectively a ring and have it make it look like they could rotate around on the ring. Yeah. Glad to report that fever is gone after ginger lemon tea and paracetamol. Cold and cough are still there, so at least confirm. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Interesting. That's now too long. Trying to remember what you learned. You can guarantee whatever I build, Elklorn, is not going to be entirely accurate to reality. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, about 8. So that gives us a bridge of 24. And actually what we do is probably have this bit supported as a triangle. Played soccer on the field where the Hindenburg crashed. Goodness. You don't want your cleats to get caught in that. You have hot chocolate, so you're at least semi-happy. Hot chocolate's good. No cause and effect there, though. Now. Elkhorn wasn't there at the time. He was off playing football elsewhere. Was it while Hindenburg crashed? I was about to say, something's moving inside the ghast bag, and I just realised it's the ghast. Of course, it's the ghast. I forgot that we have a ghast in there now. Oops. Yeah. Trying to float with a ghast and get the build right is slightly difficult sometimes. I'm going to assume something slightly improbable, which would be a tower that these things don't rotate. Now that wouldn't make sense. Hold on, I'm not liking this shape. If they have 3, why would they rotate? It's more that, if the wind catches the side of this thing, it would want to turn away from its mooring point. Because you're looking at a ship that, if the wind turns and the wind catches the side of it, the whole thing's going to want to turn. Hey, Nordic Wolf, welcome in. Let's more rotate and adjust to the deal with the giant balloon rotating, moving left and right. Yeah, that's the one. I'm going to go with a 5 again. And, oh, we have a Pokemon in chat. Whoops. Yeah. Let's go 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'd make this the second mooring point. I'm only going to have 3 mooring points because the 4th one will theoretically be blocked by a giant smoking great big tower, which is the other part of my design. For the moment, let's just stick a little bit of light on this. If Scott's only paid attention to things that actually happen in Minecraft, we'd have significantly fewer lovely builds. If I built things that were based entirely on Minecraft reality, I suspect I would probably be very confused. Right. There's a bed in here. I'm a little bit worried I can't see the ghast. We seem to be short of ghast inside the airship. Oh, there it is. Hello. Hey, Derpy. Meanwhile, Puffy is wandering off, but I plan on climbing to the roof of the airship and leaping back onto their back. There we are. I was about to say, this feels like it's a bit large, and then I realised it's got this thing moored to it. It needs to be large. It's like, yes, why ever would you have a small tower with something the size of a small planet moored to it? This is just the tip of it, Raven, so I'm hoping that that's going to counter it. Effectively, this is going to be the short point of the the thin point of the building. Where you have 2 tabs. That would tend to double me up. Yes. Stereo Scots. Video killed the Stereo Scots. Video killed the Stereo Scots. In my mind and in my heart. You meant if you had 3 of these, it would end up with them crashing into each other in the wind. Probably. So we'd probably end up with only, who knows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, good. I did that as a 10. 10 feels like a good number. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we go outwards. No, I wanted to go outwards. Thank you. Mia Cooler, welcome in. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like an airship, baby, baby, right round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That actually feels like a good level. Ish. Hold on. How many are we off? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we take off those 3. Well, we take off 2. Shouldn't in theory already be in stereo because, well, my microphone is only mono, but it does output stereo. I only have a single microphone, and it's a mono mic, but it is outputting to both channels. And we're still learning to count with Scots. Yeah. Not very well. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. I'm trying to make these segments roughly the same height, length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9. See also the number of times you've forgotten to tell OBS that it needs to mirror the audio on both channels. You see, that's the advantage, because I'm running this through a mixer. It's taking a mono input, outputting it to stereo, and so it just does it straight to stereo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 9. 9. Gaff nibble. 1. I can't count. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I do need to take an extra 1 off the bottom. Yes, that. Lotus! Thank you. 6 months of subscription, courtesy of Cosmic. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for that gift sub. Thank you for that sub boop. And yes, exactly. Appropriate OBO message is appropriate. Welcome in, Lotus. I hope you're having a good Thursday. And Nordic Wolf is on a 20 stream streak. Alright, I want to have the ring here. Right. Now comes the difficult bit, and for this I might cheat. Mods. Where's Mini HUD? Mini HUD. Hello, Mini HUD. Shapes. Sphere, block based. Nope. I want a circle. Configure it. Block snap. Center here. Radius of 16. I'm going to say this now before you annoy me saying it in 2 weeks when you've got it in the right. Have you considered building it away from the ship to make it more look more like the ship is in motion. There may be another airship in the future tour. Or 3. I think we need to go to the Sesame Street and borrow Count Von Count. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Off by 1, Right. Now comes the interesting bit where... Hey, Olivia, welcome in. Good to see you. So, I need a central point of... Someone note these... so, minus 2551... 1042. There we are. Mini HUD. Configure. Two 551 by 1042. Thank you. Have a good meeting, Raven, and thank you so much for the timing on that that number. That was incredibly important. How is that not the what? What? Two 551. I don't think so. I think it's possibly because of one of the settings somewhere. Let's... I suspect it's a setting on the block snap because it is set to center of... Right, block snap of none. Let's take off this half. There we are. Do I need to move the whole ship a few blocks to the right? No, it's just a jump to the right and a step to the left. And we put our hands on the hips and put the squeeze the knees in tight. Right. Now that we've I think that might be a snap to the left. It's just a snap to the left. And a block to the right. You put your gust in the air. And wonder why it's in flight. But it's the off by one that really drives us insane. Let's build in Minecraft again. Yes, all of that. Just maybe not quite so broken. I feel haunted by it, that's for sure. I should probably move that down by 2 blocks. I should also really work out what the command for opening the mini HUD menu is. Generic. No. No. It's all of my overlays. Doesn't matter. Right. Configure that. Move it down by 2. And actually, that looks like it's going to work. 1, 2. And if it's 2 on this end, it's not. Ah, you nibble. Okay, so that was 2 that way, 1, 2 that way. Got it, got it. That's got it. Woohoo! Hi. Hey, Katsune. Welcome in. You find me swearing at circles. And for those who aren't surprised by this, welcome to Dealing with Circles. Oh, no, that's the midpoint. Ah, I needed to pick up more of the netherrack. This doesn't look like Silksong. Not taken then. I am not a Silksong person. I've never played Hollow Knight, which will probably get me massively in trouble. But welcome in, Sci-Fi. Not even sure if I own Hollow Knight. Not even heard of it until the start of this stream. Yeah. How did you miss Landstrad flickering in Morse code about Silksong earlier in the week? I'll say, had no interest in it, thought it was really in a game for me, played it, now you spent 150 hours in it. Yikes. Yes, but I try not to put in more than 150 minutes of 150 hours per week into Minecraft. Addiction. I only have a slight addiction, and most of it is building in Minecraft. And thank you for that, Elcorn. I think that's the midpoint. I know that's the midpoint. Don't have the time. Final Fantasy XIV, Expedition 33, Big No Man's Sky, Minecraft 3D Printer. Don't forget your ears, Frauke. Don't forget your ears. Blunding, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Swearing at Circles. Here's a 3D printer project. Okay. Did you catch that? Though you have an inspiration. I did show off inspiration images for the tower at the beginning of stream, and I've closed them, so I don't have them to hand. I really should work out how to do what you do, which is have them visible. They are, however, in Discord, Elcon. Actually, if I do that and do this. I should be able to... Whoops. Yes, here we are. So part of the inspiration image is this one, where, or this set of images, where these come. We're using this one, which has the folding down walkways at the top, and the tower. I quite like this particular tower design, but I also quite like this particular tower design. So those are part of it, but equally I really like the archway, and so I want to use this as a secondary tower with the intention of using... I saw this image that has the spine, and this image which has this bit at the top, and my brain has gone, well, you know what, it would be lovely to have this bit at the top as a ghast docking station. Just for the ghasts only. Of course, this is going to take a hot minute to figure out, which is why today is messing around with concepts. 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's that one that's the middle. I'll take that torch back, please. So what I'm hoping to do is get at least a basic shape up in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one. That one. And that conveniently tells me that I've been thinking correctly. So, like so. Now, what I think would be useful... So I'm going to make this effectively a ring on the top of certain towers. Short stay today. Need to get your brain up to speed with Friday. Look after yourself, Blast. Right. Mods. I really should sort out a key press for Mini HUD. But hey, as long as I can get to it quickly. Curious as to why that has so much fun with the height, but hey. I'm not going to build the full ring here. I just need to work out, or just need to get a height. Have I got that right? Oh, no, that one's on the wrong side of the line. That should be there. You know, I should really find myself another location for a bed. Oh, hey, I've got one in here, haven't I? Problem is I've not got an actual gas docking station at this end of the world, but hey. We'll just have to skydive onto the back of the ghast again. Puffy! Here, Puffy. Come here. Thank you. Sometimes skydiving onto the back of the ghast is the only way to get back onto them. I need another ring, same location, slightly smaller diameter. So I might as well just... can I copy it and start another one? No. Fine. Why is that moving by multiples? Odd. 1042, 2550. Ah. Really? Mini HUD. Why? Oh, that didn't help. I think Mini HUD's trying to confuse me. Sinuses. The wasabi is fresh today. I can't hear a line like that, Elkhorn, without thinking of Nanny Fine from... oh... What's it called? The Nanny? Actually, might just be when she ate a huge amount of wasabi. It was The Nanny. Okay. She completely changed accent. I think she went to Bostonian or something. Okay, so that is my inner ring. That feels good. So if we use that as our tower ring, so that is what's supporting these. Those can go up into, can connect up into there. Yeah, that works. Right. Next problem is I want a central. I want a central. Yeah, fnibble. I want a central thing. Oh. One of these days, I will actually be able to think in English. So 1042, 2550. Let's get another one. Add that. 1042, 2550. Radius of 10. And switch that on. Actually, let's get you into a different color. Red will do nicely. Is that a good size? No, I think that probably needs to go down by another... Yeah, that needs to go down by at least another couple of blocks in size. That takes that down. See, if that's the central tower that's going to be solid, I think that's still too big. Yeah, let's take that down a little more. I'm still thinking. I'll hydrate. And a stretch to go with it. And while I'm stretching, there's a Wug Trio for those who are already stretched and feel like doing their... Oh. Feel like doing their catches. Hey, Hunter. Weekend cooking planned. What have you missed? Me losing my mind whilst trying to build circles. And I've broken out mini HUD to try and actually make the circles make sense. No, I'm going to go down another one in size. That would require me to have my mind. Look, just because I only have a single brain cell and it's on timeshare. Yes, that's the size. That's better. So let's get dangerous and not involve Darkwing Duck. Looks like it's a Python code. Yeah, mini-HUD would have been a plan. Mini-HUD occasionally does actually help. Ow. Smacking my face into a block. The only block in here. I have 1/5 of a block. Am I sharing it with that many people? Alright. I've lost track of how many people are in the timeshare for the brain cell. The entire chat is sharing the brain cell. Oh, we're doomed. We are so doomed if that's the case. Hold on. What the heck is that connected to? That... Ow. Don't get you involved. Sorry, you're part of chat. Therefore you are notionally involved. I'm not quite sure which notion it was. Yeah. Right. That doesn't feel very circle-like. Welcome to chat. Please check your brain cells and sanity at the door. Pfft. Yeah, right. I'm not sure I like that. At this scale, that circle feels not circle. The ones at larger scale are fine. I think I might actually use my own style for circles at this scale. I mean, we see sanity around here occasionally. They have been known to raid in. They are lovely. I think it might be better to go with the 3. think it was better with it outward, but I won. So times like this that losing daylight doesn't help. Sanity lived with Klaus. They do. Satan, Santa, Sanity, and Klaus all live together. Right. Puffy is going to fly away again. Because, of course, Puffy is going to do exactly what Puffy does. And usually does so in a way that is going to attempt to kill me. In this instance, Puffy has flown upwards, therefore we need to actually get to the roof. Puffy. Puffy. Here, Puffy. Nope. Fine. Puffy. You fnibbling ghast. Come here. No, 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 don't run away. Fine.
Crap, dirty, Turkish, back, flat, important, Philip, Martin, Perkaluma, Burton.
Yes, that. Puffy, come back here, Puffy. Buffy got the vampires. Puffy is pickier and has chosen one single Scottish bloke as its quarry. I think it's the opposite. I'm not their quarry. I'm their the opposite of a quarry, whatever the opposite. I'm the thing they're avoiding at all danged costs. I'm not liking this circle. Where's my circles template? There it is. I knew I had one around here somewhere. Actually, hold on. That is the same size. That typical. That is the size of the shape of the circles template that I would normally use for that size. Fine. Be that way. I shouldn't be holding on to an axe while I'm trying to get to my Fluffy. But it's so fluffy! Surely the opposite of a quarry is just untouched landscape. I approve. Yes. Right. Now I know this is going to take a minute. Looks like I'm trying to murder Fluffy. It's Puffy, but yeah. Fluffy is... Oh no, we don't have a Fluffy. We've got a things and a stuff. Of which one of them is called Stuffy. Whoops. Nearly ended up in the drink there. Right. So if that's our central pillar. And the way it's going, Scott's is Huffy. Trying not to be. Particularly given that Huffy is the one that has the no drama safety llama under it. Either that or the particularly distressed safety llama. Yes. See, it's Puff the Little Ghast, also known as Puffy. Puffy the Little Ghast is hanging out with me and trying to make me fall into the ocean that you see. Always keep your safety llama free from stress, or else. Yeah, fail on that one. Right, let's go for that. And then... actually, I'm not going to run... Nebel. I want the tower... One, two, that's 3, that's 5. Yeah, let's go with 5. Smeg. Oh, it was 5. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Out by 1. That gives me 2 of them that are the same. There, come on. 2 of them that are the same size. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. These numbers are being picked for a reason. 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. That should be roughly the curve I'm looking for. Ooh, that's nice. I may have to... I might need another section up that of that length up there. Bring it all down by about 12 blocks. Of course. Let's work out where I want this. I want this to have a specific location that it starts from as well. About there, not quite there. Here. Let's borrow the cam account so that we can I can actually see what I'm doing by way of shaping. I'm going to end up removing all of the upper curve in a minute because I want the lower curve rather than the upper one. Actually, that's too low. That's better. Right. One more. Yeah. I love the way that I got the curve I wanted just in the wrong location. 71. 71. I like a good curve in the right place. Whoops. If you can't get your curves where you want them, yeah. So, sometimes a little bit of bait is necessary. We have a Pokemon in chat for those who might be interested. 68. Yep. No further questions. 3. That. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, hold on. I need sleep. You know, it'd probably be quicker just to jump off the ghast, fly over to the bed, and then assume that I'm going to have to fly back to the to the ghast anyway. And watch as a creeper arrives and blows up my bed. Puffy, come here. Thank you. It was almost guaranteed there that I was going to have a creeper blow up my bed, and apparently it didn't. Well, Ancients, welcome in. Thank you for bringing people over from your stream. Don't mind me. I'm just hanging out on my ghast trying to do some building. Or shaping. How was your stream? Did you have a good one? And if you have a moment to stop by and say hi, it would be much appreciated. But if you do need to look after yourself and raid and run, absolutely remember to raid and run. Take care. Self-care is important. The same goes for those who are coming in with you. If you need to raid and run as well, do look after yourselves. However, that said, welcome into Ancients and... Is it Liger Gaming? I've probably said that before. I've probably messed that up before. I apologize profusely. I will get the name right eventually. Maybe. You bring good news. Your shopping street has partially made it from the creative world onto the server. Oh, lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to count netherrack is the worst block I could be using for this. Don't know why I used it, because I've got lots of it and it breaks almost instantly. 1, 2, 3... 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you need to scramble for the rest of the resources, but dinner comes first. Dinner absolutely comes first. Look after yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and across by 1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've gotten off by 1 on this. I've gotten off by 1 on this. I've just realised. I'm adding another vertical segment. I needed to move all of these sections of curve out by 1. Get the fnibble.
Rat, dirty, Turkish, harkaback, flat, important, Philip Barton, Perkaluma Burton.
Yes, exactly. Oh, no, I needed that one. I should probably go and get materials back that I'm dropping in a minute, but for the moment, I'm just going to crash into them. Right. Moss, welcome in. Good to see you. I should probably also go and pick up some more torches in a minute. Actually, you have a point there, a very good point there, Taran. Recovering resources of netherrack is absolutely not something that's high on my list of things I should worry about. So it's this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, that might fit the curve. That works. That works. I'd say that's actually quite a nice shape. So imagine 4 fins like that coming out from a central core, 5 blocks wide. Yeah. So this one is there. Do I have, yeah. I have plenty. So it would be 1, 2, 3 there. Is it 3? Not sure I... Probably the angle that we're at, Taran. It kind of varies depending on the angle that you're looking it at. And by looking it at, I mean looking at it. So that should be 5 in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If anything, I'd probably need to make this go longer at the base. By just a fraction. It's not... I think the other thing is, it's not trying to be circular. It's trying to be almost a hockey stick curve. And of course it's now raining. I hope I'd get getting these at the right height. They look like they are. Come on. Nearly there. I love the way that I'm building. I'm actually building up and down simultaneously in this whole build. Just to confuse matters. Probably turn off those mini HUD circles now because I don't think I need them anymore. Hey, that'll work. Actually, I should probably keep them, at least do the. Yeah, I should probably do the. No. I should probably do the rest of this circle. Because I'm going to want to think about building off of it for the other at least one more of the... yes, I do appear to have acquired mobs. It was on my list of concerns, and apparently those concerns should have been addressed sooner. Too soon. It doesn't help that it's raining. What am I caught on? Oh, the fact that I actually have brought the ring around to roses. There we are. I'm gonna need way more lighting. Way more lighting? Yeah, let's go and get some more torches. Let's light this thing up. Ah, there's an upset Enderman because it's raining. What a shame. I'm not actually Tor. I have a consistent linking of it. Depending on whether or not it's an inner ring or an outer ring. So I'll explain myself once I get back onto Puffy. Better. Go off to a distance, land on the... Right. So, always inside but outside. That's the one, Tor. So this ring is the outer edge of the docking ring. This ring is the inner edge of that docking ring. And that one is the outer edge of the docking spire. And there is still a mob down there. Typically. Do I need one on each of the... I'm gonna need way more torches than I have in my inventory. Intense dislike of rings today, having spent a lot of it on the M25. Ah, yes, the orbital car park, as Hunter says. I'm just reminded of, was it Good Omens, where one of the demons had arranged a few small tweaks to the blueprints for the M25 and then turned it into the Sign of the Devil for summoning purposes. And the M25 caught fire, which makes you wonder how many people would notice the difference. Okay, that looks like I've got a lot more lit up. Is me or Ghast's really, really slow? Yes, Crowley turned it into the Dread Sigil Odegra. That's the one. Thank you. I got the naming wrong. I knew it was a sigil of something. I am going to hop off the back of Puffy, run through the airship, pick up. I've got some. And Lotus caught that. Congratulations. Diamond Miner Mum, welcome in. It's good to see you. This one has my minerals in it. Oh, hey, I've got 10 coal. If I take out... Actually, no, I'm just going to take 3 blocks of coal. Multiply that by 4. That'll turn into a ridiculous number of torches, which will probably be... I don't have any sticks up here. All of my sticks are down on the ground. We seem to have gained a turtle. I was about to say a tortoise. Yeah, we've gained a turtle. There's an extra one. This one's new. That one was already here. That one was already here. Puffy! Where are you, Puffy? Come back, you fnirbling, flying marshmallow. No, I missed. Get back here. Come on. There we are. Some days you just can't catch a ghast. This is the 815 ghast from... Thank you, Feg. Sorry. Hail Hydrate. I will put some noises in for those. I'm clearly missing them occasionally. Oh, and a stretch. Don't want me getting dry. Look, if I get dry, I'll just jump off the ghast, land in the ocean again. Okay, that one's lit up. And I think all of this is lit up. No, it's not. Always keep your Scots. But yes, this is an outer ring, that's an inner ring, so I'm always putting the joint on the inside of the curve. Do I look like Cassandra? Don't answer that. You've never seen me, so you wouldn't know. And but based on an old boss's description, he said I looked more like The Witcher. Oh my. Did I start immediately, or did I... No, I went down one and then started the... There. Whoops. This is one of those... No! I tried to... You see, this is the thing. I really keep wanting to shift to go downwards. $127. $129. Where's the next one? 114. $102. Nah. No. Ah. $92. $2. 85. Uh, 80. You're assuming I'm going to put a foundation on it, Taryn. Well, sort of. I'm only going to put... No, that's not the button. I'm only going to be putting footings under each segment. It's not going to be like... It's not going to be a massive tower. Similar to the way that the one exists in Firmament, this is going to be very much a... It's going to be over the top of water, which is kind of why I built it out here. So there will be footings, but not a giant foundation. It will look like the footings are sunk into the ocean bed. 127. Yeah, understandable. I kind of took them at their word that the Gen AI was only used as a starting point for stuff, and the rest was other bits, but yeah, I can understand. I need to sleep, so I'm gonna just jump off the ghast again. Hope to goodness nothing spawns too close to the bed. Something spawned fairly close to the bed. I plan on leaving in a hurry. Come on, Puffy. Stay close. Stay close. Nope. Fressen fnerveling gust. No. Yeah, yeah. That height? Yep. Something tells me that tree is going to have to go. Scots of the jungle, watch out for that tree. Yeah. This is where the curves start. 4. And actually, that's where the next one of the torches is. I don't need this one. I think I just lost a torch. I'm not going to worry about it. 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah. Alright. Is that a 4? Yes, it is 4. 4. Yeah. 4, 4, 5. That might be why it looks wrong. Because it probably shouldn't be 2 4s. Would be my guess. Is that another portal? Yeah, it looks like it is. Bring this across and hope to goodness everything lines up. Hey, what do you know? It still does. Like so. And I think probably there. Okay, that's starting to look good. I need to think about the inside section of these. So I'm only going to build 2 of these by way of shaping out so that we can get an idea of what they look like. I'm only sort of putting in points of interest by way of shaping so that we can work out what the points look like. I think I need to... Let's see. Yeah. So you go across to there. So that ring is supported on top of this pillar. Yeah. No. And we have a venipede for those who might want to try and catch that. Now, I think here I'm going to... Let's go out by one here. In, out, depending on your point of view. But I'm not going to do anything there. Is that the same height? Or have I just got one too low? 92. I've gone one too low. Yeah. Oh, hold on. No. Get back here. What height's that? 77. One more. Let's go in by one here. Whoops. Where's the base of this? Don't think my ghast likes trying to swim in the water. Do ghasts drown if you take them underwater? Ow! No, but Scotsmans do if you smack them into a solid pillar. That's more drowning a solid object, though. I want to place a block under here. Smeg it. No, 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 Puffy! Puffy! Get back here, you... Just get there! Yeah! Oh. I have two mistakes. I am nearly out of netherrack, and I brought a full chest of it. Right. Oh. Okay, so if you go underwater with a ghast, they do exactly the same as if you're underwater on a horse. You stop riding them. It just popped me off. To place that block there. I'm aware of it, Elijah Gaming, and thank you for reminding me. I'm just a complete and utter derp who never remembers to be carrying one. A great many people are cranky at me for it. I like that. That feels like... Yeah, that feels like a nice shape. For that sort of leg of the pillar. I need more netherrack, so I'm going to have to go back out to... Oh, it's raining now. Of course it's raining now. Been lurking and using us. But head out. Have a good one. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for the lurk after the raid. And thank you for the reminder. I will pick up some of my spare snowballs. Of course, since I'm about to go to the nether, I hope they don't suffer from the snowballs chance in the nether. Right, let's... I also find my biggest problem is I keep throwing the snowballs at the ghast. Which doesn't help. When I'm... They arrive, I try to get on them, I throw the snowball at them. Yeah. A few times. In my case, it's pretty much every single smegging time. Hello, derpy. Derpy, the little ghastling, always wanted to come out and play. Right, I need more netherrack. Where am I going to find netherrack? Oh, I forgot to pick up my... actually, I've got another one. I forgot to pick up the shulker. Fortunately, I have another spare. Right. Let's go and grab some more netherrack. Now that we've got a tower being built, I can consider where we're going to put our nether portal in this area. Because that's something we haven't got yet. We don't have anything remotely resembling a building solid enough to consider putting a nether portal into. Right, somewhere over here should be the Temple of Yeet. And the Temple of Yeet should have... There it is. A nether portal that has a whole supply of netherrack at it. Yep, there it is. I'd say about that much is probably a good amount. If that's too much, well, we can always bring it back. Nope, wrong direction. Whee! Always useful to remember that somewhere in the nether is about 10 double chests of netherrack. Saves me having to go all the way back to IKEA where there's another 12. Actually, no, that's... I think it's actually closer to 18 or 20 at IKEA. Can't think why I have so much netherrack. Couldn't have anything to do with the nether portal that's been... or the nether hub that we've been digging out. And part of the reason why I'm not actually back at the nether hub today is not just because I've got the huge inspiration going in my head for this, but also because I don't have any inspiration for what I'm going to do next in the nether hub. So it's kind of, sort of, a double-edged sword. Ah! No! 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 I'd like to land on something. There we are. Because I've taken out the bubble elevator, there's no easy way back up to the airship at the moment. I should probably put the bubble elevator back in a minute. Although it does need to be moved by a few blocks. Come on, Puffy. We're getting somewhere. I'd like to carry on getting on with it. Might be a good idea. Yeah. I'm not good at good ideas though, Ritsu. When was the last time I had a good idea? I have many bad ideas. I have many ideas that involve me doing stupid things, also known as building. Good ideas are not high on my list of things to do. Shit, I'm gonna take a block off that corner. What am I stuck on? Oh, this pillar. No, that's a shift, not a retreat. $127? 127. 128. Nice. 127. M by 1. We went down a long way before we changed location again on this. 92. Something tells me that I'm going to have to put choose carefully what I do by way of materials for this when we build it, because otherwise it's going to look very plain and very flat. 77. What are we caught on? Oh, a pillar. Interesting. Okay. I was massively off on my original thought of how big this was going to be as a tower. That was my midpoint. That was my those were my corners. Yeah, I'm not good on sizings. Here we find Scotsman attempting to think of how big he's going to make something. Let's look at how completely ridiculously wrong he was. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? It's called scope creep. And other things. You know that tree I thought was going to be in the way? I know it's in the way now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Come back here. Puffy. Puffy. Snowball! Snowballs! Puffy! Puffy! Here, Puffy! I've got a snowball. Do you want to hang around me for a little bit? You fnurbling little fnurble. No, that's too low. goodness sakes, Scots. Place the danged blocks where you want them. And we have a Kadabra. Goodness. Don't think we've seen one of those for a while. Right, let's get some light onto this. Right about there. What about there? That one's alright, so that's probably fine. Here. Here. And here. Right, I feel like this is a good time to get the Ghast back up into the airship, and then consider doing something about a bubble column. An air column? No. A bubble column, Scots. Slightly different. Air column would be if we were using wind charges. Come on. There we are. Back into your little cupboard. Docking cupboard. That's gonna... I'm just looking at this and thinking, that looks pretty cool. I need to put in more of the central pillar to be able to see what that's going to look like. Because the central pillar is going to be probably... I kind of like Feg's suggestion earlier of a sort of power core. So maybe I'd like it to be glass. I don't think I can do the... well, I mean, I could. The beacons. I've only got the one. I don't actually have any beacons. So that could be a problem. Where did I leave my gravel? There it is. Let's go and fly a Scots. Let's go fly a Scots up to here. Right, I do need to retrieve some of the bits from here. So let's get the fire extinguisher out. Most notably, I need the soul sand. Move back that block. I keep missing torches. Right. Let's put the replacement temporary doohickey of thingaminutes. What's it? Where's the middle? There it is. Katsune has gotten a Premier Ball, and I've gotten a Frozen Ball from Glam Pixie. Wow, thank you, Glam Pixie. Nearly completely got that wrong. only going to do one of these because I realised I forgot to actually do the to get the fence gates. So I might as well go up, grab the fence gates, come back down, and then build the rest of it. This thing's taller than it looks. Where's my docking ring? There it is. Yeah. I think for it to feel balanced, I'm going to need to make the spire that go up above where the airship is docked by quite a bit, but we'll have to see. I think it's going to depend a bit on what we do with the other building, which will be the which will probably be over on the island and arch up over the top of this. So that's going to be interesting, because this is going to be a two-piece building effectively. You know. Ah. How many times can I crash into something? And the answer is always at least 2 more. Can be together. Oh, hold on. Yes. I should have just left via the front. It's not the end. Alright. Temporarily put in walkway over to here. No, not that one. Because that's going to be the bubble column itself. Geronimo! I flinched midway down there. I thought I was going to end up crashing into the sand. Oops. Going up. This could take a hot minute. Oh, I did have a water bucket in my inventory. That's good. Thanks, Meg, for that. I do find it interesting that if you have a falling block of gravel, the soul sand block is not one that it can land on. It will break, he says, with an unintentional example. Didn't mean to do that. That block of gravel was just like, I'm free. I'm free. Welcome back, Raven. Things have progressed slowly. Soul sand is slightly lesser than a... just like the sort... yeah, interesting. And yet it looks like it's a full block when you look at its block, when you look at it compared to other blocks. It's not like a path where it's, or tilled earth, farmland, whatever you want to call it, which actually has a noticeable 1 pixel difference. Visually, yes. Bounding box, no. Let's have a look at the bounding box. And of course, the bounding box doesn't show up because it's just fnurbles. Right. Heil Hydrate. Speaking of hydrate, there's the water that we just placed at the top of the tower. Slash. And a stretch to go with it. Ooh, ow, yep. Ooh, that was the shoulder that went pop there as well. Sorry, Taran. Yeah, I try to not look straight down when I jump, usually. You say ouch, my shoulder says thank you for putting me back where I'm supposed to be. Okay. Right, one of these has a stack of kelp in it, and I don't think that's enough. But I think one of these chests has, there we are, a stack and a half, which is about right. Watching a long play of Elden Ring Night Rain the other day, and oh boy, just some of the jumps in that game make me almost want to look. Oh goodness. This thing's starting to look... it's got that shape that I'm really liking now. Right. Right, now we need to make this look... Oh, now we need to make this solid water blocks. I believe the correct term is source blocks, but solid works just as well. Actually, solid would be ice, wouldn't it? Yeah. I believe Feg and I have just shared a brain cell. Going up. Whee! I must stop meeting like this. Imagine semi-realistic graphics and jumping from somewhere that's probably higher than the top of the airship onto solid... Oh! For some reason, I'm just thinking of Just Cause, where you could jump from the top of the airship, head towards the ground, and then, through the magical, mystical powers of a grappling gun, accelerate yourself into the ground and land safely. Yes, you heard me. You could accelerate yourself into the ground and land safely. Sounds logical. It was Just Cause 4. Or pretty much any of the Just Cause series. I'm not sure logic exists in those. Those games are basically, if it's red, blow it up. Assassin's Creed, land in a haystack. True. Did I put that in there? Yes, I did. 1 and 25. And we have another Pokemon in chat for those who might be interested in trying to catch a Togetic. Or deliberately miss so that you can get your weekly misses in. This is going to look pretty imposing as a build. But then it needs to look imposing if it's going to have this airship attached to it. Because airship the size of this. I will say, I'm still sort of thinking it feels short, but I still say I need to look at what I'm going to do with the other building that's going to arch over the top of it, so that I can work out whether or not it needs to be taller or what. I might have to start thinking about that building next. Now that we've got the basics for some of the shape. Because if we've got the basics of this one's shape for the lower section, I think the middle is going to be a slightly different. Ooh, have I goofed? Possibly. I'll have to have a think about that. Let's get rid of some of the... On the other hand, if they're being absolutely tiny in diameter. Yes and no. I would point out one such one proposed and planned mooring section tower. Cat has awoken and determined that it's quite nearly quote 200. Ooh, it is, isn't it? Don't forget, one mooring tower that was planned, built, etc. The Empire State Building. They originally planned for that to be a mooring tower. Or to be used as a mooring tower. That's one of those... They what? Hey, Nari. Hello, motorbike. Been lurking on and off now for 2 hours. Where did time go? Don't ask me that one. I never had. I commented to a colleague at work today, mostly because we were discussing how clearly the year 2000 was like 6 weeks ago. That we need to find, we need to start nailing down the clocks. Because they're escaping far too quickly nowadays. Ow. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not bad. That works for me. I can do that. I can work with that. I can work with that. That works. Don't brain myself. I'd have to have a brain for it to be brained. Hey, Elkhorn. It goes quite well. I think I've got a large portion of the shape for the first tower sorted. I can see myself possibly coming back here tomorrow to work on the second tower. Because I kind of think that we're going that way. at the moment with Train of Thought. I'm just going to bring this up. This thing is starting to... So, for materials choice, these solid legs are likely to be stone, with insets and so forth. The central tower is likely to be possibly blue glass with some lighting. The mooring ring is likely to be copper. And the docking... No, I'm trying to control the camera count as though I was aghast. The docking bridge is likely to be possibly wood or copper of some form. Hey, Mad. Welcome in. But yeah, that's the beginnings of the choices of materials. But holy heck, this thing is going to be huge. That said, it feels right by way of size for something that's got this smegging huge airship docked to it. Oh, goodness. It's got some Minecraft, literally every build. Isn't that already actually a quote? I do wonder if I'm repeating myself a bit with that statement. But, yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing how this actually builds out. Because I think it really is going to need... Probably going to look interesting. And let's let the landscape load in a little. Rather than worry about moving the non-cam account, I think I'm just going to cheat. And just add some time. The only thought it had is if I'm docking in that closer proximity, it might need more of a tether to hold it in place. So like a cage to the end of the ghast battle. Possibly. I mean, we haven't really actually detailed what the heck the connecting point is going to be. This is just very much, this needs to have a docking connection here. Otherwise, they normally swing around on a long leash. Yeah, it's not going to be a leash. It's going to be a docking clamp of some form. I think we can safely say it needs to be clamped. But I think that will be something we sort out when we maglocks against the... Yeah, about 2 minutes, Jerry. I'm going to start my wrapping up in a second. Future Scots glares from tomorrow. No, tomorrow I'm going to be looking at the other tower. Hopefully not much longer. You have Silk Song you put off until stream is over. Well, how about I push this button? I'd like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. Save your redeem for tomorrow. Excellent, excellent. Redeems tomorrow will be dealt with tomorrow. I'd like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been absolutely fantastic having you all here. And I think we've made quite a bit of progress. I know it's... This is one of those... I'm going to be thinking kind of things for a couple of days. But then again, we have to do that every so often, otherwise we'll never actually get round to building something. Wait, swap that. Let's see. When did I last raid out? You know what? All the people that I would normally raid out to are... Oh, actually, no, we haven't raided out to them for a few days. So, whoops. Thank you, Taran. Sorry. I was just thinking of just flipping a coin mentally between going to Dragon or going to Gapezilla, and I think Dragon is probably the direction I was going to go to. So, Dragon is getting back into the swing of things and playing House Flipper 2, which is always an interesting one to do. So, where's the button? Add that button for a second. Come on, where are you? House Flipper. Here we are. So, I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, where we will be back in this region. Just not on this tower. We'll be on the next one. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves, and I will hopefully see you all again soon. Bye-bye.